Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do another meditation for you. This is a timeless reading with a particular focus on, again, our ability to transform as the planet Pluto moves into Aquarius in a few days. This is a transit that will enter into only the first 2 or 3 degrees of Aquarius until October of this year, and where it will move back into Capricorn, the last degree of Capricorn, until the middle of November in advance of Thanksgiving. So at that point, it will move out of Capricorn into Aquarius until another 20 years. This is a 20-year transit, effectively from November 19th of this year. So I've laid out the Crow Tarot and the Good Tarot along past, present, past, and future. It's the way I orient it. And I will use a few oracle cards along the way. I appreciate your presence, so welcome to all of you, new and familiar to me. I have started doing personal readings, and the information for that is in the horoscope box below. Ultimately, I appreciate all the ways that you support me and able for me to be able to do what I do. So let's get started, Aries, with your overall energy for this Pluto transformation in 2024. The Hierophant card is drawing attention to your commitment to this transformational process. This is your understanding that the difficulties, the suffering, the pain, the interrogation into your own patterns of behaviors that you recognize are limiting you is ultimately yielding you the gifts, the goals, the lessons that is helping you to better transform who you are, your expression, and your service in order to better support your humanitarian, your idealistic goals to improve the planet and to improve our ability to survive and thrive under new, changing, and unstable conditions. There's a lot of opportunities that you recognize to take advantage of technological advances and innovations in a variety of fields, including human psychology and spirituality, as ways in which you have learned to craft and shape your own intentions and efforts so that they are not only improving your chance to thrive in this newly forming and very chaotic world, but to support others, to lead the way for others, to show others and support their efforts at improvements. In the present, we have the 5 of Wands. In the past, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and in the future, the 7 of Swords. You are very much focused on the way in which you can improve your own relationships with others, the way that you work. You're very much focused on changing the way that you organize, the way you relate to others in your community, the way that you propose solutions to a team, the way that you have understood and learned that there is no one answer, there is no one who holds the solution. Instead, that a commitment of the team, of your collaborators, of your community to learn, to find out information, and to commit to working it out together is what creates a solution that serves everyone. So this is you being very aware that the way we work together is about disseminating or dismantling, rather, power structures, hierarchies that have served us in the past. Supporting that in the past is your commitment to your own personal development. This is you understanding that you have, it is in your own best interest to be prepared to meet any opportunity that becomes available to with your personal best, with the best way that you can mount and improve the skills, the gifts that you already have, to build upon your strengths, to look comprehensively at the way that you make a contribution and that you yourself work towards success and extract joy, pleasure, and satisfaction in that process. So this is you never, ever deflating in your efforts to improve your efforts, to do the best job possible, committed to discipline, consistency, and perseverance. In the future, you're looking towards understanding that the degree of success that you intend, validating your good ideas, following on your path in a way that empowers you to make the best efforts possible, you attract those who are envious, jealous, or just fearful in many ways, that don't understand, don't grasp your vision, don't have your capacity to innovate or come up with new ideas, and certainly don't have your bravery of heart, your courage to face down the status quo and do what is right for you anyway. Where that has blocked and deeply wounded you in the past, you are now understanding that this comes with the turf of moving towards success, that there are always people that are fearful, don't understand, are envious, and that is no longer a necessity, no longer must necessarily block you or stop you. I'm hoping that if this reading is resonating with you so far, that you will, Aries, like this video, share this with someone who may enjoy it, comment below, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I'm pulling a flora and fauna at this time to get a little more direction and advisement from the motherland, honoring your ancestors, whoever they may be. And you pulled the lemur plant that is associated is the acacia, and the key word is friendship. Tap into your charming and cunning nature. Set out on an adventure that stimulates your senses. And I'm also going to pull a soul's journey before I move on to clarify this trajectory. And I pulled abundance. I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire into my physical reality, in this physical reality. So that is definitely holding the place. And I remind you again that you can support me by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Both of those are free. And I'm now going to clarify the present. 5 of Wands. This is your desire to change the way change, improve your relationships. The Seven of Earth and the Patience or Temperance card are clarifying this. So it's interesting that what comes to mind when you desire to change your relationships, alter the terms on which you are working and interacting in terms of greater equity. Seven of Earths is indicating that you have assessed and evaluated the way that you invest in your ideas, in your own efforts, in yourself, and recognize that you were lacking in terms of your equitable investment in the team, your commitment to the team. So we are trained historically to look for our individual advantage in every situation. That is the culture we live in. And instead, by evaluating what you'd like to change as a result of the improvements in you that you've made in your capacity to learn and grow, you've recognized that others are as worthy of support within a dynamic that seeks to solve problems or change things, so that everyone is working from an equitable place of strength or their gifts, and that this is a more non-hierarchical, more even way of working on solutions, on building things together, on making a collective effort. This is also deeply undergirded by your greater appreciation of the lifelong balancing and refinement of your energies that you are engaged in. And this is a part of your personal healing. This can have arisen and include a physical healing, one in which you're understanding that what you put into your body, what you include into your life, what you focus on is what facilitates the letting go of things that don't serve you, that don't enhance your well-being or elevate your appreciation of your own service and the service of others. In the past, the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Transformation card, which is the Death card, and other decks in the Justice card. So much of your reading, Aries, often is suggestive to me of ways in which you are active. You are either overtly and progressively activist, or you are deeply engaged in your community, deeply engaged as a change maker. And that's something that your own personal experience helps and supports in recognizing primarily this healing that you have been engaged in for a while. It may again have started with a physical illness or disease that prompted you to advance a sense of release of old beliefs, old ideas, old expectations that have not served you and that you are now consciously releasing. There's part of the energy of Pluto that suggests that the things that have unconsciously motivated us, that we're unaware of, that move our actions, such as traumas, difficulties, ways in which we have internalized a sense or a lack of justice or fairness in our lives. We are instead recognizing that those very energies must become conscious, known to us, in order to truly release them, not only from our environments, but to be able to call those out, lift those up in ways that are damaging to others in our lives. And this is all undergirded by a sense of justice, a sense of fairness, a sense of equity as it relates to whatever areas of your life beyond your personal and physical well-being that are important to you. Those areas where you become a better advocate as you share your story more holistically, in as much as the personal is political comes to me. In the future, the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Five of Air and the Five of Water. So this theme of change, the fives, is running throughout your experience. There is a part of you that has become conscious of the ways that you have internalized damaging messages that may have belittled you, undermined you, and contributed to the way in which you may react critically to the efforts, actions, or thoughts of others. So there's a way in which you are now processing and identifying the way in which you use your words, the way in which you tell your story or look at the story of others that engages a kind of criticism that can continue to generate the kind of wounding that you have experienced, quite possibly through childhood. So this is self-doubt, perhaps casting aspersion on others or doubting the validity of their ideas or assessing their adequacy to a task that really reflects the kind of experience of being seen as less than, being seen as lacking or inadequate in some critical way. In the Five of Water, there is a much more generous way in which you are releasing these very experiences of abuse, trauma, or heartache, disappointment, failure that you have identified. You're really consciously moving your desire for transformation into a more conscious place where you are continually identifying ways that you have internalized the very mechanism of wounding that you have experienced. And you're really looking to change that, to purge that, to allow yourself to grieve those behaviors, those words, those experiences in a way that allows you, that makes room for gratitude and appreciation for the lessons you've learned from those experiences of wounding or damage. I'm going to finish up this reading, Aries, with language of the flowers. And I would, along the way, like to read you a short quote that I encountered today. And I first pulled the camellia. Absolutely one of my favorites. And the key word is peace. Be calm and calm will come. But I want to also finish up this reading by reading the words of Christina Campo. Grace blooms, a pure, pale flower on the dark foliage of necessity. Thank you so much, Aries, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.